I really believe that teachers are the most impactful people on the planet, and I say that simply because of the number of teachers that have affected my life. And not only that, I've seen so many other people, when you really talk to them about who were your major influences, it seems to always go back at some point to a teacher. And I think there's a certain level of fulfillment that you get from teaching that's uniquely different. There's nothing like sharing some key concept or idea or a strategy with a young person and finding out, and many times in my case, I'll find out 10 years, 15 years down the road from someone that it had a major impact on their life. And those letters really reinforce that to me.
But you got to get different resources. You can't keep going to the same place looking for something different. You got to expand. So, well, I'm going to go watch a play, but for a different reason. I'm going to go see someone sing for a different reason. I'm going to read books for a different reason. I'm going to learn because I want to study different people so I can see what it is that they do that makes this so powerful. And be willing to stay a student. None of us are too old to learn. Stay a student.
I also love just the very nature of being in a room with people and seeing the energy get created, the enthusiasm get transferred, watching the excitement build. And I also enjoy those moments when confusion takes place, when people become curious, when you see them really lean forward and begin to wonder and think, and all those things are just amazing.
Now, you guys haven't noticed it before I just told you, but if you pay attention now, you're going to find out that every single word I say in this room is said to someone individually while I'm talking. So they'll even go, he was talking to me. Do you know how much practice that takes to not have your head snap off your neck? It takes time, doesn't it, to do that? Is it worth it, though?
So teaching is it's a privilege. I've always believed that. I've always thought to myself what an honor it is to be able to stand in front of a room, and be able to share what you believe with others, and to be able to take that to heart and to take it seriously. And I think along with that comes a lot of responsibility. I think you're responsible for people. You're responsible for the words that come out of your mouth. You're responsible for the message. You're responsible for the strategies, the processes, because when you have that authority, standing with people in front of a room as a teacher, with that comes that responsibility because people are trusting you. They're looking to you for something important or special. So I had to go to work. So I'll tell you what my education was. It's called library. I don't have a college education, but I got 5,200 books I've read cover to cover. And I want to tell you something. Every one of you listen to me. I taught my 5 children this. When you need a weapon, buy a book. When you need a weapon, buy a book. Because listen, that is your shield of protection, is your knowledge. Teaching to me is just a joy. I feel blessed, and I'm humbled by it. To be honest with you, I've never ever lost that. I think that's where the nervousness comes from for me before events. This is another one of those days where I get that rare chance, that opportunity to make a big difference to someone, and I can't blow it. I have to get this right.
You've got to have that optimism, and you've got to look forward every single day to what you do with optimism, with belief. And so if you combine the first 3, if you operate with a vision that burns so bright that will eradicate all doubt, you back that vision up with enthusiasm, energy, and excitement. You have the courage to dream a bigger dream, to think bigger, and attack that every day, not ever shrink back, but attack it. What could happen? What would be possible? I always like to ask people this. What one dream would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail? What one dream would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail?
I used to hang these signs up in our building that said, check your ego at the door. And people thought it was for the students, and I never told anybody it was for me. It was for the teachers in our company, because teachers need to be egoless in how they approach things, boundaryless in how they think, and joyous in how they teach. So that's a little bit about what I think about the art of teaching and the joy of being able to interact with others.
Football.